Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to our social studies. How are you all? Hope all are fine. Okay, coming to the last class, we discussed about the Gerardus Mercator. In the 16th century, Holland, also called Netherlands, and Dutch also, emerged as a major trading power in the world. They have to prepare the maps to colonize more and more countries. They done the research on the preparation of the maps. At last, the father of Dutch cartography, Gerardus Mercator. What is the meaning of cartography? Science of maps. Okay, he prepared the original works based on the maps. Whatever he was prepared, that projection is called Mercator projection. Now we are using different kinds of maps because of Mercator only. Next, we discussed about the shape of the Earth is ball. But when we have to draw the curvature on a flat surface, it is very impossible to draw. This causes a lot of problem in the shape of the continents and the direction also. Sailors needed correct information of directions. If they have correct direction, they will go to the perfect destination. At last, Gerardus Mercator prepared the maps without changing the shape of the continents and distances, directions. That projection is called Gerardus Mercator projection. Coming to the next, we discuss about the colonization, explorations, military use of maps. Coming to the colonization, India is a colony of British occupied country. It's called colonization. When European powers colonized the entire North America, South America, Africa, Australia, they have to know the perfect map of those countries which is located in a different continents. Why they want the maps? Why? Because to find out what is the climate are present in those regions, to find out what are the resources available in that region, and to find out the people who are living in those areas. That is why they sent some peoples to go and prepare a maps. Some members went, they crossed the mountain, deserts, rivers, and prepared the information. That information is very useful to colony to take the power in those countries. That information create very easy to colonize the country for Europeans. When British established their power in India, they tried to prepare a detailed maps about the interior of our country. That is why they established a department called Survey of India, and they kept James Runnell as a Surveyor General of India. He done the first survey based on the maps. In 1802, William Lawton started from Chennai towards the Himalayas to find out the longitude and to find out the various to find out the heights of various places which is located in our country. At last, this is completed by George Everest. You know which is the highest peak in the world? Mount Everest is the highest peak in the world. Mount Everest was named after the George Everest only. Why? Because George Everest pointed out the height of the Mount Everest in a scientific method. Now come to the next, use of maps in our times. You know, maps are used for planning, to develop our region or country, for sailing purpose, for defeating the countries. We are using the maps. If the maps are prepared for planning, this requires for the planners to identify the resources which are available in their region. For example, if we take, I given one example also. If we take if we take any one place with low drinking water, then we have to point out where the water sources is available in other regions like rivers, rainfall, groundwater. We have to compare these two. By comparing these two, we can identify the best path for the drinking water is available for all. Best path to solve the water problem for all the people. Similarly, we can prepare the maps. We can use the maps for agriculture development, for building the schools, dams, for industrial purpose. Okay, this is about the topic which I have told in the last class. Coming to the today topic, we will discuss about the thematic map. We will discuss about the thematic maps. I already told in the starting of the lesson about the difference between the physical map, political map and thematic map. What do you mean by thematic map? It focuses only on one aspect. For example, distribution of rainfall, rice growing, states in our country, etc. Okay, it focuses only on one aspect is called thematic maps. About distribution of rainfall all over the India. Distribution of rainfall is only one aspect about the rainfall only. That is why it focuses only on rainfall. That is why that map is called thematic map. Okay, and we discussed about the physical map and political map also. Physical map is nothing but it shows the physical divisions like plains, plateaus, okay, rivers, etc. And coming to the political maps, it's nothing but it shows the political divisions of mandals, cities, towns, states, countries, capitals. Everything shows the political map. And we have the land use map also. Land use map also. Map is nothing but to show. Map is nothing but to show how people using land. Okay, land use map is nothing but to show how the people are using the land. They given the example in the textbook. If you take any one village, some parts of the village are used for pasture. Pasture means for grazing purpose. And some land is used for cash crops like cotton, etc. And some parts we can find out where is the school, hospital, and we can find out where is the wasteland, where is the irrigation land. Everything we can find if we take any one village. For that we are using different symbols, colors, different colors and different kinds of symbols to show each one separately. That is why in the textbook they given some colors. Dark green is for forest, light green is for grassland, brown land used for agriculture, yellow cropped area, dark grey mountain, light grey hills. Yellow is the plateaus and swamps, wastelands. Okay, they given a lot of information in the textbook that is very very important. Why they given? Because we can find out where the usable land is there, not usable land is there, where the mountain hills are there, where the cropped area is there. Everything we can find by using the colors. Okay, you can see in the Gram Panchayat of our village map also. We have different types of colors. Make a population map. Make a population map. How we can make a population map? For example, you draw the sketch map of your school and the classrooms also, and calculate the number of students present in your school. Okay, scale you can keep the symbol of line to show 5 students. 5 students is a symbol. For every 5 students you have to keep the line. The line represent 5 students in the map. Don't forget to write in the key bags after preparing the sketch map of your school and classroom. Don't forget to write the key bags. 5 students equal to 1 line. You have to write this one in the key box. By this you can find out how many students are present in your school. Similarly, if you calculate the density, what is mean by density? The number of peoples per square unit area. For example, if you take any one village or mandal, if you take any one area of your village, the total length of the area is 10 square kilometers. How much area we have in a village? 10 square kilometers. And how many people are living? 1,000 people are living, for example. Okay, you have to calculate the density, the number of people. How many number of people in an area? 1,000 per square unit area. How much density T? Okay, 0 cancel. 100 people are living for every 1 square kilometers. Okay, like this we can calculate the density also. Density is nothing but the number of people per square unit area. By this you can calculate the area of your school also. Okay, how many people are living, how much area, of the school. How much it asks. Then you have to calculate by number of people by square area. You can get 1 square kilometer equal to how many people. According to the 2011 census, for every 1 square kilometer in India we have 382 peoples in India, our country. In Telangana we have 308 peoples. Okay, this is about the density. Coming to the next topic, conventional symbols. Some common symbols which are using. Some common symbols which are using in the maps are called conventional symbols. Which are using in different kinds of maps is called conventional symbols. Some common symbols which are using in different kinds of maps are called conventional symbols. Okay, for example, this is a bridge, symbol of bridge. Okay, these are the dams. River symbol. Okay, similarly, these are the international boundary. Okay, similar this one, like this NAR. These are the state boundary. These are symbol of contour lines. Okay, I will say what is meant by contour lines, okay, in the next class. And we are using the temple. You know already you have studied a temple symbol. Temple symbol. Church symbol. Masjid symbol. And you know some abbreviations, PO, post office, PS, police station, PTO, post and telegraph office, RS, railway station. These are the symbol of tank which are present in our village. Tank symbol. Okay, I am saying that some important symbols which we are using more and more in our maps. This is it for the today class. Okay, what I told today, I told about the different kinds of maps: thematic map, physical map, political map, and the definitions also I told. And we discussed about the land use map also. Use maps means which show how the people are using the land. I give the example: cropped area, where is the hilly region, where is the grasslands, where is the pasture, it's nothing but grazing, where is the wasteland. Okay, I told some colors also: dark green, dark grey, brown, Okay, that is very very important. You have to know why they, for this purpose they are using different colors and symbols for each and everyone, for each and everything separately. And I told make a population map also. I told, okay, given the we discussed about the sketch map of our school, and we don't want to forget the key box. One line represented 5 students. Density definition, number of people per square unit area. How we can calculate the density also I told. What is our country density? 382 peoples for every 1 square kilometer. And we discussed about the Telangana density also, 308 according to 2011. Means AP only. Come on, next, I told about conventional symbols. Some common symbols which are using in different kinds of maps are called conventional symbols. And I given the example of bridge symbol, dam, river, tank is the international boundary, is a state boundary, contour lines, okay, temple, church, masjid. And I told about the PO means post office, PS means police station, PTO means post and telegraph office, RS means railway station. I told some of the important symbols which we are using more and more in the preparation of in the maps, in the different kinds of maps. Okay. In the next class we will discuss about what is meant by relief features and contour lines and aerial photography and atlas. By this we can complete the lesson. Okay. Hope you understood very well. Thank you.